I hope you can see me and I'm audible. Can I get a quick thumbs up, please? Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Ankur and I am the counseling head at IIM Skills. Today we'll be talking about everything related to financial modeling and the valuation course. I hope you're going to get a good learning out of this session. Today we have a very special guest, frankly speaking, Mr. Varun sir. He'll be guiding us through the session actually. What is financial modeling? How it can be used? What are the growth opportunities, what are the career aspects after completion of the course, what is the future perspective of financial modeling. So if I tell you about Varun sir is an strategic advisor here at IIM Skills. He is head of the mentors, he is an educator, author, entrepreneur. He has authored two books about financial modeling. He has created thousands of financial models for companies and corporates. So you can see who is going to actually teach you and mentor you. He is running two companies right now, and one of them is Tag actually, which is India based. Another one is US based. Then, if I tell you one of the most interesting fact about Varun sir, he has created a financial model earlier, which was published by the Stanford University. I'm sure you've heard the names. Now, with all this information, you guys will see how much value he is going to add to the course and to all of us learning lives by mentoring us. Varun, sir, I invite you to the session now so that you can enlighten all of us about everything about financial modeling.
Thank you, Ankur. Thank you for the warm welcome. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Hope you can see me and hear me loud and clear. Can I get a quick cheer up in the chat box, please? Perfect, perfect. Thank you, thank you. So, guys, we have gathered here to talk something interesting and everything interesting about financial modeling. So, I'm sure you guys have heard this term. That's why you are seeking to make a career in it. But let me tell you a first few good facts. Financial model is something that is built by every company. When I say every company, I mean not only the financial services company. So the first fact is financial model is built by every company. Financial model is required every time there is a buy or a sell of a company. Financial model is required whenever the management wants to take any decision. Financial model is required whenever management wants to analyze the returns of investment. Financial model is required by companies of every industry, every size, every geography. And despite being versatile, financial modeling is same across the borders. So this is a skill which you can learn in one country, sell in another country, make money across the globe. So that is the superpower, and that's the interesting thing about financial modeling. And it's not only something that is only built by companies, it's built by every company, but not only by companies, even the government departments, even their treasury departments, even their revenue departments, even their tax departments, even their startup incentive departments. They need to learn about financial modeling for their own departments, for the economic level, macro level, and for analyzing the businesses whatsoever. So that's how financial modeling is required. Now, before we talk about anything else, can anyone tell me what do you understand by financial models or financial modeling? Feel free to unmute yourself and speak. Feel free to type it in the chat box or whatever comes to your mind when you hear the term financial models. And the more content you give me, the more you would understand financial models at the end of the session. Trust me. So tell me whatever comes to your mind. I'm going to break some of your prejudice today. What is financial model? Tell me.
Hi, sir. I'm Neelam. According to me, financial modeling is a representation of companies' performance, we can say, a forecasting, a future outcomes, It can be assumption, income statements, balance sheet, or cash flow.
Okay, that's fair enough. What else, guys? Thank you, Neelam. What about others? What comes to your mind when you hear the word financial model or financial modeling?
Hi, this is Nana.
Yeah,
So
hi.
actually, according to me, the model that we will present to the agent by saying the past history, and according to that history, we will like forecast the upcoming, result for the
Okay.
yeah,
So you mean to say by analyzing the past data
yeah,
and
yeah,
the upcoming years?
yes.
Okay, fair enough. Anyone else has anything to add?
So, this is Aditi.
Yep.
Financial modeling is basically a structure on the basis of past experiences, we plan or we build our future plans and actions to improve our company's capital and financial state or structure.
Makes sense. So I think Neelam, Aditi, and Nana have captured it perfectly. Let me give it a very decent shape and what you should be answering if your client asks you what's a financial model, if your employer or recruiter asks what's a financial model. See, everyone must have used a calculator at your home, whether it's a mobile application, whether it's a hard, tangible asset calculator. So, what is the calculator's duty? You give it certain inputs along with a command. Hey, sum this, hey, multiply this, and all this. It will process it and will give you an output. That is a result. When you make this into financial statement calculator, this becomes a financial model. So financial model is basically a tool or a calculator that can be used to digest different types of inputs, variables, assumptions, do a lot of calculations and give you a desired output. Output could be income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement, the three financial statements. It could be the valuation of the company. It could be the returns on a particular investment. It could be anything like that. Inputs could be the revenue assumptions. It could be the cost assumptions, working capital, debt sheet, terms and agreements, on all that stuff. And the calculations would be the formulas that you will create in a spreadsheet, preferably MS Excel. So this is how the flow of model works. You open an Excel file, you say that, hey, I expect that in 2027, I would be selling my products at a price of $40 per unit. What is going to be the change in my profitability? See it in a model. If the price is changed to 38 per unit, what is going to be changed? Okay, now profit reduces. Okay, no, the profit increases, but why? The price fell. How can profit increase? Because somewhere in the calculations, there was a command given to the model that up to $39, there will be a commission paid to the salesman. And if it's a $38, no sales commission. That means one cost item became zero, turning the entire mathematics into more profit in terms of margins. So these type of outputs you can see when you are actually working on a financial model. You can stress test that, hey, if I do this, what will happen? If I do that, what will happen? So that's what a financial model can do. Now, to make it more tailor-made or personalized based on your experiences, that how you can use financial modeling in your current role or your current experiences, tell me everyone in the chat box which city you are from and what you do right now. Are you a student? Are you working professional? If you're a student pursuing MBA, pursuing bachelor's or whatever, tell me from which college. If you are a working professional, tell me that I have X years of experience in Y industry and this is my role, like a brief one-liner description. I will tell you that your manager or your line of business head is using financial models, and I can tell you for what purposes. Answer it in the chat. Aditi is from Indore and is a student. Okay. Everyone in the chat box. So first is a student. Aditi, can you elaborate a bit more? Student as in bachelor's, master's, what exactly? Vishal is from Gurgaon, currently working into sales from last 3 years, currently pursuing MBA in finance. So we have sales plus MBA finance. Then we have Keshav is a BA graduate and I'm from Indore. Okay, BA. Again, let me put it here only. Neelam is from Mumbai, working professional, 11 years of experience in B2B sales, fintech. Sales in an industry of fintech. West Bengal, I'm a teacher. Nana, ma'am, if you don't mind, what's the subject that you teach?
Currently, sir, I'm teaching English, grammar, and
Sorry, ma'am, I can't hear you properly. Do you mind texting in the group chat, please? Okay. Kapila is from HDFC Bank, portfolio management.
Yes.
Then we have Tripathi, completed my bachelor's from okay, BCom. Then we have Manoj as KYC analyst, and we have Abhishek completed BCom. Surya working in a startup managing the entire finance. Okay. We have KYC and a finance department person. Then we have Aman, Uttarakhand BBA. Okay. Saili, Pune, have done MCom working in finance and reconciliation. So when you say reconciliation, Saili, you mean the bank account reconciliation, the inventory reconciliation, and those bookkeeping tasks, or something else? Isha is from Delhi, and in last year I graduated BA. Okay. Siddharth, I complete BCom and will be pursuing MBA. Okay. English literature and grammar. Okay, Nana, ma'am. Hey, you are a teacher in English and you want to venture into finance. That's a very different story. Why so, Miss Nana? Why so? Just curious. Christy is from Ahmedabad and a housewife, want to learn FM for my husband's company. I am basically a civil engineer. You thought already have an application for personal business or family business, I should say. Mohit, I am from Gwalior, working as a portfolio manager and growth arrow. So, okay, again, we have portfolio management. To work various types of deals. Got it, Sally, got it. I want to change my email. Yeah. Anyone else who wants to answer anything?
पढ़ाई अच्छे से कर रही थी।
Aditi, do you mind putting yourself on mute, please? Or you want to say something? Okay, perfect. So I think we have an ample set of skills, professions, age group, geographies in this batch, and that's gonna be very interesting. So for students, you need financial modeling to actually make a career. That's obvious answer. But do you know, if you're a student, obviously you're not earning, but you have certain finances to manage. So why don't you start preparing a financial model for yourself? Identify, if you are investing, what is the money that comes to you as dividend or returns on an SIP or whatever. What is the expenses that you have as core? Like, I want to spend on travel. I want to spend on food. I want to spend on accommodation, if any. And then Figure out when would be a right time for you to buy a bike, make a down payment for your car, or buy a new mobile phone by saving that. This is something you can do out of your financial model, which has nothing to do with the business. It's more on a personal thing. That is one of the applications that a student can do in financial modeling. Then in sales, okay. So Ankur and Per would agree with me. These are from sales, okay, and they do financial modeling a lot. Even they have studied financial modeling from me and tried to do this. And what they do is they identify. They don't do actually, I would say, typical projections of the IIM skills business, but they do it on their personal level because they are very much excited to understand what should be the efforts they should make on the next month to actually hit a particular benchmark or a particular incentive and all that. And all of that can be done through financial modeling. So identify what are the metrics, what are the hurdles that your company has created, and identify what is the conversion rate, what is the business that the company is into, how do they calculate revenue, how do they calculate commission, and to achieve a particular commission, what is the number of leads that you need to capture, what is the number of conversion rate that you need to have, if there is any change in the slab, is it good for you or is it bad for you? All these analysis you can do if you have good hold on analyzing the data and converting that into a calculator. That's what salespeople do. And if you have decent years of experience, I'm sure you would be doing it for your team as well to understand which person was allocated how many leads, were they quality leads, what was the average time, what is the average lag period, and all those analysis and all those metrics are part of the business analysis and business plan. That's how companies project if they want to invest more in organic, more in inorganic, how they should generate leads and figure that out. Next, teacher. Ma'am, you too can learn financial modeling and teach people. You're already into that profession. But if you want to switch to something that you want to start fresh, probably you have the entire domain to rule. Otherwise, if you want to get into non-faculty roles in a school or college, wherever you are employed, they need financial models to understand what should be the charges. Every, I mean, a school and a college need a financial model. How can they predict what is going to be the right time for renovation? What is going to be the right time to buy a bus for travel, or they can afford it or not? What is the money that is coming from their trust? What is coming from the fees? And what is the money that is coming from ancillary, book supply, and all? All these things are captured through the models that schools and education sector people prepare. Then coming to the portfolio management, these are the people who probably use the financial model the most. Because if you are managing a portfolio, it's all about understanding what is the return, what is the risk, what is the diversification, how to invest the money, what is the return over the last 3 years, what is the variance and all that, and identify what is going to be the asset allocation within an asset, the different types of stocks or different types of debt instruments and all that. Identifying the different metrics like Sharpe ratio or anything to understand what is going to be the risk and how to mitigate that all. And after that, what is going to be the percentage that the portfolio managers would keep, what is going to be the percentage that would flow to the retail investors, or the split between LPs and GPs, identifying the waterfall structures and all that. Entire private equity industry, entire venture capital industry works on this funda. Then in terms of generic finance department, you to need financial modeling as corporate finance for budgeting, for variance analysis, for decision making, for understanding, projecting the business, and identifying what would be the best ways to earn money if they want to discontinue any product, if you want to launch a product, enter into a new geography, discontinue operations in a particular geography, all types of decisions. What is the right time to hire a CTO in your company? If do you have any funding or do you have enough corpus to invest in the AI or tech stack? All these decisions can only be taken if you have a vision that you can translate into financial model and then analyze if this is the right time or not. Then finance and reconciliation, again the same. Probably finance department, again family business, ma'am. If you want to do it for your husband, probably what are going to do? You are going to understand if your business is going to be profitable. If it is already profitable, how you can increase it. If you want to understand what is the right salary that you should hire people at, Do you need a 5-year guy or a 3-year guy? What is going to be the revenue that person would generate? What is going, because on the face of it, entrepreneurs and founders think that, okay, I'm gonna pay 70,000 to this person. This is my cost. Dude, no. There are a lot of other costs. What is going to be his sitting cost? If he's gonna have travel reimbursements, what is going to be that? If you're gonna give them company assets, a mobile phone or anything, what is going to be the recurring cost of that or one-time purchasing cost? If you're gonna spend any money on their welfare, on their insurance, what is gonna be cost of that? So eventually the salary is one component of the total employee cost that a business has. Similarly, what is the rent, when is going to be increasing, whether I have capacity, whether I should move to a bigger office or not, what is the right time, which month of the year I spend most on the brokerage, and all that things I can do through financial modeling. And you are gonna actually help your husband make more money by doing this. Getting my point, ma'am? I forgot your name. Christy. Correct. So this is gonna be very helpful for you in analyzing the business, not only from the financial statements perspective, but also analyzing that from the metrics, as in what is going to be the different. Okay, let me tell you, if I'm talking about metrics, there is a term called KPI. That means key performance indicators. See, revenue, profit, these are financial metrics and they are gonna remain the same for every business. Everyone would ask what was your turnover, what is your profit, did you make any money, do you have, what is the balance sheet size? These are generic topics. But the operational metrics or business specific metrics, they change. For a fintech company, it would be different. For a bank, it would be different. For a manufacturing entity, it would be different. For a Swiggy like food delivery app, it would be different. So having the knowledge about the business metrics and then using them in analyzing and monitoring the company's performance and taking corrective actions, that's the game. And that would give you real value of building a financial model, especially to people who are going to use it for corporate finance. I see we have certain sorry question. So Vishnu is asking, I have a gap in my career of 5 years. So can you guide me? I'm a 27-year-old. So that doesn't matter, Vishnu. If you are able to help a company make money by providing your services as a fresher, doesn't matter. Obviously, if you have a 5-year gap, you are already a fresher in the market. You learn the skill, you prove that you can do it, you show them the value that you can bring on the table. Like there is nothing gonna be very different. Keshav, can you please explain again for students part? Keshav, I was general talking like in terms of your personal finance, like pocket money, understanding what would be the right time to take certain big money decisions. If you save 20% of your pocket money every month and invest it in probably SIPs or some other instruments, what is going to be the return after 2 years or 1 year? So this way you can plan. And if you have a trip coming in the next 2 quarters, then will you be able to fund, or you have to ask from your father about the money or mother from the money? So all these type of analysis and decisions you can take through a personal model. Even I have a personal model that I monitor every week to understand if I am on track in my personal finances or not. Mohit is asking, we can forecast the company's earnings from financial modeling. The answer is a big, big yes. You can forecast the company's revenue, you can forecast the company's cost, you can forecast the company's earnings, assets, working capital, inventory, what is going to be the cash balance, if they need cash, when do they need cash, what is going to be the valuation, if I invest money into that business, what is going to be the return, all that stuff you can do, forecast, analyze through financial modeling. I will take a pause here. Any question anyone has? Kapila, yes, it is beneficial for you because if you are in HDFC, that doesn't define you. The role that you have is portfolio management. And eventually, if you want to enter into an investment banking arm of these banks, you actually need to know financial modeling. And if you are into HDFC Bank portfolio management, you might be in the sales right now or whatever role. But if you want to enter into the role of portfolio management, actually understanding how the portfolio works, where to allocate the stocks and all that, then you need finance knowledge. You need to have a very good hold on this. And that's how you can transition your career into financial modeling, through financial modeling into those portfolio managers role. So portfolio management is a department for you, but your role is more of sales. So to move to that, you need to learn this. Then we have Keshav. Sir, if someone's weak in communication. Keshav, very honest answer. If someone is weak in communication, then so probably that is a problem in every career. Na? How if you can't tell what you did, you can't even do sales, you can't do marketing, you can't do HR, you can't do anything. So being good in communication is basic thing that you would require in any and every profession. You need to have a good command over language. If you are working with international clients, good command over their language as well. If you're working with the people of France, you need to know French. If you're working with the people in India and outside India and America, you need to have good knowledge in English. That's basic and that's much needed. So no fake promises, but you need to have that. Vishnu is saying, I'm really confused in CFA and this course. See, they are not comparable at all. CFA is a very different thing. This course is very different. And the point is that you should not think of trading this off. You can actually do both the things simultaneously. CFA is going to give you a lot of theoretical knowledge, and this course is going to complement that with practical knowledge. Even the CFA curriculum has one module on financial modeling, but they don't ask you to make financial models as they're part of their assessment. All the concepts that you will learn in CFA, you can actually apply through financial modeling. So this is more of a skill, and that's more of an education and I would say academic, and this is a practical skill. So combine them and make a career out of it. Okay, Vishnu? Nana ma'am, that's a difficult question. You have been into teaching field since 2019 and want to change my domain. Should I go with this? Just to sell this course, I will not say yes, go for this because I don't know much about your profile right now. So, and I don't want to say anything just to sell a course. It should actually be beneficial for you. So I would recommend that whichever counselor you are in touch with, Amit, Ankur, Parv, or whoever, book an appointment with me. Let's talk. Let's figure out. Let's do your profile analysis. Let's jot down the points. Let's figure out what are your aspirations, long term, short term, your qualifications, and everything. And then let's decide which course is beneficial for you. It could be that you need a marketing course. It could be that you need this course. So let's figure out based on that profile analysis. Ankita, if you are a student in MBA Finance, this course is not efficient. It is necessary for you. Because if you are doing MBA in Finance, how are you going to apply that finance knowledge through this course? So this is very much needed for you. And probably 35%, if I'm not wrong, of our crowd is MBA in Finance only. Others are like CA, CS, CFA and all that. But 35% people are MBA Finance pursuing or completed. And you said this in this batch also. There are a lot of people who are MBA in Finance. So Ritik is asking what is the starting salary in this field after completing the course and good command over the financial model. Ritik, if you talk about the starting salary as a fresher, you should expect anything between 4 lakh and 7 lakh LPA, the least. I'm assuming no past experience before this course, only education, and this course you complete diligently, follow all the instructions, build a financial model out of this course, and prepare all the assessment, test, and clear them. Guarantee you will get at least 4 to 7 LPA for sure. Manoj, your role as a KYC analyst would not be very relevant for the company. So I don't think it would make sense for a company to hire you on your current salary and give a hike because that's not gonna be working. If you have something like accounting background or something that is related to this, but not exactly this, then so definitely you will get a hike. But if you have a very unrelated one, no fake promises, you should expect to be fresher salary because this is highly unrelated. But even if there is an overlap, we can still help you get there with a hike. So as a fresher, is it right to invest in CFA or this course good to do? Vishnu, CFA is gonna be a long journey. It will take a few years for you to do. And it is gonna give you a certification with a panel of networking and a lot of books and exams to crack. This course is going to be shorter. You will be able to complete in next 2 quarters, get practical exposure, get placement support, get overall theoretical and practical knowledge, actually build models for yourself and for showing it to the recruiters, get interview support. You have the answer. Christy, this course is the guide. So we will start with the very basic concepts of MS Excel and accounting. So even if you have zero knowledge about Excel, you would be taught MS Excel. You will be taught the concepts of accounting and financial statements that are must to have. And till now, we haven't started the financial model. You are just building the foundation as a part of the course. And then we will talk about ratio and KPIs. What are the profit margins? What is that? What is dividend payout ratio? And all the ratios that are required, current ratio and all. Then we will jump to the core modules. So as a part of the core modules, you will get into the technicals of financial modeling, where you will learn actually what is a financial model, what is the structure of a financial model, how to create a financial model, how to forecast revenue of different industries, banks, automobiles, and every other business, how to actually prepare a working capital schedule, how to read a term sheet and convert it into a long amortization schedule and all that stuff. Then you will be studying about types of FM. So in technicals of FM, you will be taught about 3 statement model. Then in types of FM, you will be taught about LBO, MNA, 13-week cash flow model. You will be taught about private equity return model. Then you will jump to the valuation classes. In valuation classes, you will learn all the concepts of DCF, relative valuation, NAV approach, and everything. Once you are done with all of this, then would be the new age tools. You will be studying about Power BI. You will be studying about Python, ChatGPT, AI. So these are the new age tools. And all of the curriculum, all of the assignments, all of the samples, all of the templates would be given to you along with all the session recordings for lifetime. And if anything changes tomorrow or after 10 years in the curriculum, you will have the access to the latest updates, latest editions, latest quizzes, latest assessments, latest versions of the content books, always and forever. So that answers your question, Christine. Sure, Nana ma'am. We will talk one-on-one.
Hi, I have a question.
Go ahead, Surya.
Yeah, so as I mentioned that I know I'm handling the end-to-end finance in startup. It's my own cousin brother's startup. So the advantage here for me is to, I can actually design the finance budget. Everything is in my hand. The company is growing. My question here is the financial, the finance modeling is industry specific, or if we learn this course, can we, design or can we build a finance model for any kind of any industries specific? That is something that I want to understand.
That's a very good question.
Ours is a real estate based company. Yeah. So
I
we
get
have an
that.
innovative product. Yeah.
Very good question, and something that almost everyone, or at least a few people, ask me every time they meet me. See, Surya, you know how to drive a car?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So when you drive a car, I'm assuming you drive a hatchback. Okay. So when you own a hatchback, you drive that. But when you shift to sedan, does anything change? A few things yes, a few things no. The shape of the car changes. The positioning of the seat might change. Certain buttons here and there would change. But the mechanics of the car won't change. The accelerator is accelerator, brake is brake, clutch is clutch. So similar is with the financial model. Financial model, knowledge about financial statements knowledge about Excel, knowledge about the structure of a financial model doesn't change. But certain decorations here and there, certain vocabulary, certain jargons, certain emphasis point, they change whenever you move from one industry to another. So similar to how you would envision that if you have been driving hatchback for last 10 years and now your brother wants you to drive a sedan, whatever struggle you will have if you learn financial modeling on one industry and apply on another. Very honest.
Got it. Yeah. Thank
Right?
you.
Perfect. Now we have Vishal. Sir, actually currently working in tech sales from past 3 years. How this course helped me to change my domain? I don't have any experience in finance. I'll tell you one funny story. So, probably 1.5 years ago, we had one of the sales at tech, like Amskills is a tech company. So we had one of the person in sales. I won't tell his name. He used to do the counseling or financial modeling course only. And he liked the product that much that one day he came to me and said, "Hey, sir, I want to resign, but I want to be a student." And he transitioned from that sales role into learning this course from IIM Skills and then sat for the placements. He had, I guess, 1.5 or 2 years of experience. I don't remember exactly that time. And got placed in one of the companies of Bangalore. Okay. And that's a success story we already have. So I don't think it's gonna be a problem if you are able to justify it, because I'll tell you the reason. And I often say this to the students that I talk to, that financial modeling is not a financial services industry product. When you are talking about financial model, look at yourself. You are from different geographies, you are from different backgrounds, you have different objectives of learning this. And whenever you are going to be building financial model, you are going to be doing that for different types of companies. So if it's a company that is into sales or edtech, then who better than you, Vishal, can make a financial model for that? If there is a company, it is into medical instruments, then someone who has studied biology or certain person who has experience in medical industry, he would have the best knowledge to understand the business model. So every time you are making a financial model, the first step is to understand the business model of the company. Then only you can translate that into mathematical formulas and convert that into an Excel model on a spreadsheet. So having diversified skills, backgrounds, and cultures is a must for this profession. Otherwise, everyone coming from MBA, everyone coming from a CFA, they have good financial knowledge, but business model knowledge, they will have to learn every time. But if someone is in the boardroom who has done similar work that this subject company does, it's no more than a benefit to them. Shailendra has now I'm pursuing Bachelor's of Arts in History from Tier 3 University and I'm 24-year-old. So can I make career in finance? And now and how time when I get to college? Shailendra, tell me, if you don't do this, then what is the plan B? Doing Bachelor's of Arts in History from a Tier 3 University, 24-year-old, what is your other plan to make a career? And do a comparative analysis that, hey, I have plan A, plan B is doing a financial modeling course, sitting for placements, doing all my heart and brain into this, and making a career out of it. What is plan A? And do a comparative analysis. Don't just go by the fact that, hey, ANSKills will help me get a job. It can, but you actually have to study. It doesn't, it won't be able to get you a job if you are not eligible for that, if you can't actually crack it. We can train you, we can train you 100 times to crack it, but at the end of the day, you have to crack it. So tell me, what is the plan B you have? And let's discuss that. Let's be friends and have a relationship as a mentor and mentee and talk about if not this, then what is the plan B? Siley, sir, I work in R2R. I want to do this course to be able to switch my job. It is decent high. Siley, very classic case of what we do here. Accounting, taxation, R2R. These are the sweet spots. These people are already in the industry, but not in the right department. And eventually you will be able to get a hike. You see in R2R where you will be after 5 years and do an analysis. If you start in financial modeling where you will be in 5 years, you will get a brilliant answer and you will be like, I want to start today. Mohit, I have more than 8 years of indirect experiences. How can I get C2 an average? Mohit, too less of the information to give you a CTC. I don't want to set low or high expectations for you. I need more information. Again, same thing that I said, Nana. I want to learn more about you to give you a good figure. Nothing fancy, nothing less, but I need to know more about you. So I would recommend getting on a one-on-one session with me. Keshav, so sir, how to master in communication? Keshav, that's more of an English thing. Study, read, watch movies, communicate with people, read books, read novels, read newspapers. These are the ways you do it. Vishal is going to switch domain. Vishal, what was the domain? EdTech sales for past 3 years. If you are in EdTech, sales 3 years. Package. See, minimum 4 to 7 is for freshers. So that is the booked. Let's talk separately, Vishal. Let's talk about what's your current CTC. Let's identify if you have how close you have been to finance, what were you actually selling as a part of your EdTech. Let's talk about these variables. Let's create a profile for you and understand what are the pieces missing to reach a decent salary, and then let's go it from there. Okay, Vishal. Then we have Kirti Vasan. Hello, sir. I'm a fresher doing MBA finance. I know FM is a valuable course. What will be the domains I'll be working on? Okay, Kirti Vasan. So, if you learn financial modeling, there are multiple domains that you would be working in. One of them that we have been talking for long is corporate finance. That Mr. What was the name? Surat said, and Christy was talking about corporate finance, FP&A, and all that stuff. You can get into investment banking. You can get into private equity, venture capital. You can get into valuation advisory, equity research. You can get into probably angel investing and lot more similar profiles, wealth management. So I have a few listed down here. These are the things that you can expect, Kirti Vasan. Shailendra, I completely understand that. I understand where you are coming from and what problems you have and what superpowers you have. So let's do one thing. Get in touch with a counselor, book a one-on-one session with me for tomorrow or maybe early next week, and let's do another session with you one-on-one to understand you more, to understand the profile you carry and what are your short-term and long-term goals, and then figure out. Okay, perfect. Any other question anyone has?
Sir, what is the duration of the course?
Okay. Anything that you have on the course, give me 5-7 minutes. We'll talk about that. But in short answer is it's gonna be something like 4 months for your academic session, and then we will have the skill enhancement and practical sessions also. And just I
And
want to
sir,
cover. Yeah.
we will get assignments every day after the class.
No, we won't spam you every day. Because classes would be over only the weekends, but you will get assignments for every module. Like torturing you with assignment is not gonna make you work. You will have deadlines, you will have module-wise assignments. Again,
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
perfect. Ankur, do you mind taking over from here? I would be staying
Sure,
here for
sir.
any they have on the concept.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was a very informative session by your end. Everyone, if you have any questions, then in that case, Varun sir is going to be here only. So you can ask it and he'll be helping you out to resolve all your queries. Now I'll be discussing about what IIM Skills is offering you and all the details which is related to the course like batch date, the timings, the fee structure, etc. etc. So let me share the website with you. Uh, just a second. Varun sir, I need to share the screen with the students. Can you please provide the access for the same? Yeah, thank you. Uh, can you guys please give me a thumbs up whether you can see the screen from my side or not? Thank you, Siley. So here you can see this is a financial modeling master course, which is a job oriented training program. It is going to be a 4 month of training where you will be learning everything about financial modeling and valuation. The next batch actually starts from 26th of April. The classes will be happening on weekend so that we can make sure that you are not only getting theoretically ready, but major focus that IIM skills have is about the practical things. So you are going to get assignments for every module that you can do in the weekdays whenever you have some time, because we can see that we have mostly working professionals as well as college students as well. So in that case, of course, it will be manageable now if we go ahead in this structure. The classes will be happening from 10 to 12 in the morning on the weekends. Then you will be getting the assignments for the weekdays. Once you submit the assignment by Thursdays, you will be getting the feedback for the same so that you can know I am fine with one topic and moving ahead with the next topic. So that's how it would work. You can see the course highlights here that it is going to be a 185 plus hours of course delivery, where the major focus will be on 100 hours of assignments. There is a separate doubt session assigned for the students as well, so you will know the timings and everything over your email. Now what exactly is capstone project? So you're going to do some capstone project. Let me just tell you about the capstone projects here. So the capstone project that you're going to do is financial statement analysis, alpha LBO model. So these are some projects that will be live project, and you can add all these things in your portfolio. And this is from Bank of America, BCG, JP Morgan. So such companies and certifications will be provided to you. Coming back to what exactly is IIM skills course curriculum. So you'll be learning about basics and advanced Excel, accounting concepts and financial statement, ratio and KP analysis, technicals of financial modeling, what are the different types of models. So if you want to get into the depth of what are the different types of models, you can just click and check the same. After this, you will be learning how to do business valuation using different types of models. Then of course the tools which is required. So here we are going to cover tools like chat gpt, AI, power BI, and so many other tools like numpy, pandas, and there are other tools as well which will help you get the hands on practice. After which you're going to go forward with job interview skills, which is one of the key aspect in any domain that you're going to apply for. So you will be learning about resume building, mock interview preparations, then LinkedIn profile optimization. LinkedIn is something which is very important. So people think that cracking an interview is going to be challenging, but cracking before that you have to at least sit there for the interview round, and most of the people get rejected at this phase only. So you should have a good LinkedIn profile for the same. You should have good communication skills, presentation skills, problem solving ability, and many other things which are required. We'll be covering about that. Then of course you have a dedicated placement service for you, where we are going to help you out with mock interviews, then workshops, communication and aptitude training. So we'll help you brush up those skills, exclusive access to our premium job portal as well. So this is what you are going to do. Hands on projects will be provided to you during the training program, assignments will be provided to you during the training program itself. One paid internship is assured from IIM Skills, which is interview based paid internship. So this is your overall journey. Now you can see that we have 550 plus hiring partners. And the names I mentioned here, like Deloitte, EY, KPMG, PwC, BlackRock, JP Morgan, talking about three different tailored options that IIM Skills is providing you. You're going to get options like self-paced option, master program, university PG program. In the self-paced option, as the name suggests, you're going to get everything in recorded form. There will be no live classes as such, there is no doubt session in that, but you will have access for 1 year. So it can be set for those people who are having experience in the same domain and they just want some certifications to upskill themselves, or maybe to keep themselves updated as per the market. This is for 29,900 plus GST. Coming to the master program, it is a live training program that you're getting. 4 months of training program is there. 1 month of capstone project is there. 1 month of paid internship is going to be there. The job support is there. Then you can have access to our placement portal, and then you will be added into the WhatsApp group. Group mentorship is provided. So wherever you have career related doubts, you can of course go ahead with it. Then you will be also getting opportunity for paid internship, and LinkedIn profile optimization is a part. So this master program is the standard one, which is for 49,900 plus GST. Coming up to the final one, which is called the university PG program. It is also known as job guarantee program. So in this, assurance is given for the placement. Rest everything is almost similar. A few more benefits that you are getting is one-on-one mentorship. You are also going to get guidance for international freelancing, as in how you can get projects from different countries like USA, UK, UAE. Even one project can pay you a good handsome money. You will be needing some website for that, marketing knowledge about it, so we'll be providing you a toolkit for this. You will also get a leadership lounge access, which means you can connect with the CEOs, COOs of different companies, so that you can have better understanding how the journey is going to be there for you. Then campus immersion is there, so students are invited in this to the campus of IIM Skills, so you will be building a good network here. Work from home opportunities are provided in the PG program. So overall, this is 1,49,900 plus GST. Talking about the certificates that you're going to get. So this is the course completion certificate that you can see. Then you will have the JP Morgan certificate, which is the capstone project certificate, Bank of America's, Boston Consulting Groups, and New York Council CEOs Group. After this, one who is going to enroll for PG program will be getting additional certificate from Lisbon University, which is a UK based university. So this is what you are going to get at IIM Skills if I talk about the course benefit. So I'll just write it down for you, that what is going to be the structure exactly for better understanding. So 4 months of training is provided, 1 month of capstone project is provided, then 1 month of paid internship is given, after which 2 to 3 weeks of sessions where job interview skills will be covered. Is this clear to everyone? Can you please give me a thumbs up, or do you have any doubts related to the same? Thank you, Keshav. All right, this is it about the course actually. Those who wish to go ahead with the registration and everything, I am sharing the link with you so that you can proceed ahead with it. I'm putting it in the chat box. I'll also be sharing my contact details in case you have any doubts or you wish to connect with me over a phone call. You can directly connect with me. I'm also sharing Varun Sir's LinkedIn profile with you all if you want to add him over the LinkedIn, and you can get your queries resolved. That's it, I guess. If you have any questions, you can tell me. What is the starting salary in this field? So, as Sir has already mentioned, for a fresher, we can say that it's somewhere around 4 to 8 LPA. Any other doubt? I guess we are done here. So, thank you so much, everyone, for attending this session. We can close the same.